Oh, look at me cracking my knuckles again, which is, I don't typically do that. I mean, I always have had that bad habit, but I've noticed I've been doing it with you guys more, and it's so noticeable, it's coming to the forefront. Um, Spirit wants to talk about the energy that's coming back around, that thinks they can come back around. Listen, this is somebody you've known for a while. It's karmic. This is something, I'm talking like you were involved for like a year or more, okay? Like you were intimate, you tried to make it work, you probably wanted a commitment. It was just somebody, back and forth. I'm definitely hearing a cheater, Pinocchio type energy, um, where it's like this energy tells so many lies to themselves and so many people that I don't even know if they believe their own lies, okay? This is an energy where, you know how I always say when people come into your life, like hopefully they bring you up instead of bring you down. Like you bring each other up instead of bring each other down. These were lots and lots of downs. These were like, look, I'm not happy. This isn't working. This doesn't suit me. Yada, yada, yada. There was a connection, but it was a connection that never went anywhere. It was a connection where this person, if it didn't suit them, um, it just really wasn't going to work. Okay, this is the energy that's kind of relentless, wants to come back around, whether they're blocked or not. This person is hitting you up, guys. I don't know if they're going to attempt to go through family and friends. I don't know what their next approach is. I don't know if they're going to hit you up at the house. I'm not sure. I'm not looking at it like, oh, you need to get a restraining order, but it is just, it's tedious. It's just over and over. It's so reciprocal. It's cycle and cycle. Like, so now it's like, all right, here's the cup, here's the relationship, here's the love, here's what you wanted, here's what we can do. Let's compromise. No. What they want to do is market your ass or have some type of fucking trophy wife. For somebody who wants somebody that's an equal, this is somebody that would rather, lock you up in the freaking castle, tell you what looks good on you and what fucking doesn't, what length you should have your fucking hair. And it's little things that you probably never even picked up on until now. If this message is for you, you will know it's like, this wouldn't be a surprise or a shock, but meaning like you saw their true colors in the last couple years, the last year. I wouldn't even say the last 6 months. You probably were dealing with some bullshit and back and forth, and oh, I miss you, I want to see you, and it just stupid stuff like this. I'm being told like this energy is like lacking even brain cells when it comes to their approach. Their approach towards you is like friendly. It can be sneaky, manipulative. Like they don't even have enough common sense on how to even approach you. So it's kind of like, hey, miss you, if you're around, stop by, or you want to meet up and get coffee, we haven't hung out. Like their approach sucks ass, and all they really have to do, and here's the thing, they looks like they're gonna do it, but it's like a little too late. The ship has fucking sailed. I don't know how many times you've told this person to fucking step up or ship the fuck out, and they thought it was like funny. Like their character, they think they're funny, but they're not funny. They think they're strategic, but they're so fucking strategic. What they did was push you away. And as they kept doing their thing and thinking that they were, this was like a funny situation when you were actually hurt, just shows you the lack of fucking compassion that this person fucking has. So don't go back and be like, oh, I remember the time when I was crying and he held me and this and that. But don't do that. Don't take that energy with anybody right now and relate it to a good time, because that's inevitable. I think that's going to happen with, I just heard, your next quest. And I don't know what it means by a quest. I think it's your journey. But if somebody comes around and you know this energy too, it's like, take for instance the last few times that you guys were together too, because I'm telling you right now, if in the last year you saw somebody else's true colors, and with Mars, I'm hearing when Mars went retro, so anything before when like Mars went retro, before you started seeing Mercury and all that, um You probably had some type of encounter or bump in or meeting or work, family, whatever it is. And this energy too, yeah, let's not get on that energy. We will. But in regards to the first energy, oh, that's what it was, like the quest. Um, okay, I guess, okay, we're gonna switch real quick. If there's two people and there's the new person coming in, but you know them too, um, there is a quest, but it's linked to like work, like Pokemon. Like what's Pokemon? Like Pokemon, like I remember the kids being in the car, like, can you just pass the street? And I'd be like, the fuck, no, no. Like maybe if I'm like feeling it, and every once in a while we're gonna pass this. Okay, yeah, if it's like on the way, but I'm not taking alternative freaking routes to get to something. So, but I think in this case, the next quest is in regards to work. I just saw the twin flame card. You guys know strongly how I feel about twin flames. They don't exist. They exist, but they don't exist. Okay, like if you're going to come in contact with this energy, you hands down absolutely are working for the universe. The two of you are working for the universe, not just one of you. Was like briefly talking about it. I thought I just saw something in the cloud, and something about kilometers and locations and certain stuff like that. Like there's a whole purpose to that particular scenario in regards to if we want to use the twin flame word. And you know me with the twin flames. Um, but I saw the twin flame card, so I'll have to have. I mean, I've been telling you guys for years I have to have this conversation with you guys in regards to twins. They do exist, but not the way people think they do. Okay, this is work. It could be work and love, but it's a blessing if you have both. But it's a quest. Okay, it's not. You didn't come together to fucking play house and live out the fairy tale fucking dream. No, you get shit right, you're gonna have it all, and you can have that. But there's something about this space, the space and time of the space that you guys can actually create for that, and I think that will come more into the future. We'll touch base on that then. Um, somebody and place them there just quite yet in regards to anybody, because the last couple encounters or the last encounter or the last whatever it is years, you kind of know how something went. So don't take the good times and mistake them. Like don't take the bad times and sugarcoat it and get all emotional and hit somebody up and like no, it's not like that. Like you're moving forward. It's like what you don't see, like, but it's coming, and it's coming in quick, and it's someone coming towards you, but you just don't know the whole situation. Something that was not fantastic. You had the strength card. That means the devil's always fucking lurking, right? Like to me, there's a major breakthrough, and this Capricorn energy, that kicked in yesterday is absolutely amazing. I don't know if like you guys can feel it. There's still going to be a lot of things going down because a lot of us are going through like a dark night of the soul type thing. Turn the fucking car, moron. Freaking people. And he was from fucking Massachusetts. He should know better. So, I heard he's lost. So, but I think that's in the sense of like, there's something with Massachusetts and being lost. So there's grid work coming in regards to a twin flame. I gotta rename the twin flame thing, guys. I gotta do something with that. And really, 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 really break it down. Very few are gonna come together and go on a quest like that. I mean, let's be realistic. A lot of you can go on a quest, but it would be solo with friends. It's different. Okay, this is where you're both educated. You both are linked up to the freaking world, the universe, knowledgeable when it comes to travel, locations, lands, something with like government, sense of government. So I'm not quite sure what that is, and I'm getting pulled to like Illuminati energy again. So Mysterious kind of energy, but I think like the quest would be mysterious more than anything else. It's like it's like your own little Apache is what I heard, like your own little tribe. Um, Look at this one, another fucking moron pulling out on the street like that. Not too bright. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Move, move, move. A little quicker, a little quicker. Oh, yep, he managed. All right, so I guess he was brighter than I thought he was. Um, so that's coming in for some of you guys. Um, More or less, I came on to remind you of the one who thinks they're like Prince Charming, the one that only does things when it suits them. Very manipulative, bringing in, this is just somebody that's like, no, and I no, like I just keep hearing lacking fucking brain cells when it comes to you. So, do you really have an intellectual like manner with this person? Like, can you guys go deep? And if you can go deep, what type of depth is it? Okay, I'm not taking accountability away from the connection you guys actually shared, but I'm also hearing this person was a fucking cheater. Okay, like, it doesn't matter if you guys weren't in a commitment like that or dating. Like, it's betrayal. Okay, at the end of the day, like, it's betrayal. Say you're in a fucking marriage and somebody's talking to somebody else, you don't consider that cheating? That's fucking cheating. And to top it off, it's emotional fucking cheating. You might as well fucking end that shit and zip it up and fucking call it quits right fucking then. But you all want to talk your way out of that as if like, no, okay? It's fucking cheating. You're dealing with a fucking cheater. Whether you guys were together or not, there was no loyalty towards you. Okay. And then I'm hearing like they used family as an excuse. Oh, okay. So it's okay that you did that because you guys have a family. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Okay, so it's pulling me to a scenario that I was once dealing with when I was talking to somebody and I knew their ex, and I remember like I had a conversation with her, and she's like, yeah, about a month ago, this and that. I'm like, that they had slept together, and I was like, but you knew I was in the picture. Like, I don't even understand. Like, you knew I was in the picture, and she turns around and was like, well, we have a family and blah blah. It's like, no, no. I didn't even argue with her, but like afterwards, I get off the phone. I'm sitting back, and I'm like, it's not even worth getting mad at him. Like, they're both making excuses for why they did what they did and trying to justify it, regardless if me and this other person were just hanging out and talking and figuring shit out. Like, you don't figure shit out when somebody else is figuring shit out of something. You get what I'm saying, guys? So this is not like it just happened once or twice. Like, this is somebody who's not fucking loyal to you. They're not loyal to their family. They're not loyal to whomever they were with. Because I just got pulled to that freaking scenario. I don't know how many times they did this and that. I didn't stick around and wait to find out how much further that was fucking gonna go or where that was gonna fucking take me. That was a given that the door shut like that. Did I go back in once in a while here and there to play for my own needs? Absolutely. Do I think this person was doing it like my thoughts to spite them? Absolutely. Oh, we can't do this because it's all out of spite. And it's like, no, I'm not that person. So I'm telling you this stuff for a reason, guys, because deep down in your soul, you're not that freaking person. You're not. So this is somebody portraying you as if like, making excuses. Well, why should you meet the family? Why should you do this if you're just doing it out of spite and this and that? Like, so I know this is gonna resonate with some of you guys. I need you to like think back at the times and certain things that they had said and stop making excuses for the people. Like, not enough time has gone by, guys. This person is gonna try to fucking swindle your ass. Not enough time has gone by for anybody to make any freaking type of changes like that. Like that whole thing, like once a cheetah always a cheetah. I got a pack here with me, not necessarily, because people do freaking change, but it wouldn't take you a year or more to figure out if somebody fucking changed. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like you're dealing with somebody who their excuses, they try to reason with their excuses. Like, they made reasons on why you know they could justify you know, what they felt the need to fucking justify. Like, it's actually really silly now that we sit back and see things. But I'm telling you, this is energy you already said goodbye to. Like, this is so. I think there's like some screws loose or like lack of brain cells, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like, I swear to God, like, guys, like, swear, strike my kids dead. Like, I would never say that like in a very insulting way towards anybody like that. Like, but this is like spirit, like letting you know, like, there's there's no reasoning. Like, this person can't actually comprehend because they just want to be fed. So I think other people possibly stopped feeding them, so now they're coming your way. They just want to get you back in the door, if that makes sense, right? Um, so please be careful there. I mean, that's a given, right? Um, some of you do have this quest, whether it's solo or with somebody else. I do feel like there's other energy that wants to come back into your life too and has a whole bunch to say, but like, it's like that energy pushes away too. I mean, some might come in and make amends and do the right thing, whether you guys go in one direction or another. But I think you still have like the other energy. That's what it was. You have the other energy where it's like, I'm not thinking about you. I'm not going to think about you. I'm just going to brush you aside and this and that. Like, no, there's something about chakras. You guys came together, opened certain things, like things need to be discussed. So if this energy is going to continue to push it aside, then let them push that aside. Like, it's not really going to phase you. So you were definitely a catalyst in another situation. But I don't even know if that one's going to come in anytime soon. It might. You guys will figure that one out. But back to like how it was bringing me back and forth, and I was like, oh yeah. Because like you're moving forward. You don't got time for that either. So they'll end up just repeating cycles in their life if they don't make a situation right. And if that's the case, then so be it. And there's another energy. So like when I say there's multiple energies around and coming in, whether it's friends, families, lovers, whatever the case may be, I mean, it's hands down going to go down like that. You do have new opportunities. You create them. The energy is going to be great. Some of you might just have epiphanies and ideas out of the blue. You kind of already had like a breakthrough. It's definitely like a warning. You have that warning energy for Wednesday. Careful who you get in the car with. Okay, that's a thing. Because that's when I felt like that danger energy with the whole car scenario, right? So be careful there. I'm not worried about you. I don't feel like when it comes to the past, I just I'm not really worried about you guys there. It's a little bit of a test energy. Oh, that's what I knew it would come back to me. So I think the newer person compared to the older person, there's similarities. Okay. But Spirit's saying it's like, so some of you, because it's like if you can mend. So some of you it's mending, others of you it's somebody new. And I've had these conversations with you before. But this person has qualities of like all the people that you never really like got along with, or you got along with but it didn't work. It was karmic. So this energy has the same similarities, but I just heard it like turn the beat around. So if this energy can be turned around, like you're really going to enjoy these qualities, because these are, believe it or not, qualities you actually enjoyed from other people, but they were karmics. So it's kind of like all the energies you enjoyed with certain people is going to be kind of like wrapped up in one. This person's kind of more laid back for some of you, kind of, I just heard well traveled, laid back. I just heard tennis, golf. What's that other one you do in like a racket? Racket ball? Racket? They all involve balls. All right. I could probably make a pun out of that, but I'm just gonna zip it. People might, I think the two of you will, it's, you guys are different, but you're not different. It's like the energy you need, the energy they need, it's actually quite nice. Whoever this new energy is coming in, I almost just want to kind of go read on it, and I don't have my cards. It suits you. I know it's coming before, but like you guys really mesh each other. Remember, it was something like when the energy was coming in, it was like people can kind of look at you and be like, "Oh my God, they're so cute." You know, like you guys are gonna be busy though. So if there's somebody who's like laid back and well traveled. I mean, I like laid back and well traveled, but like at the same time, like I want to do a lot of traveling. So if my companion is not like, oh, been there, done that, then there's no really excitement there for me. But I mean, it's not like you couldn't just go see a different part of that country. I don't know what that's in regards to. I don't know if you're dealing with somebody where I wouldn't say you're comparing, but if you know, like you want to go to certain places and they already been there and they made it sound like, oh, it's not what you think it is. Like, it's like they're already projecting something in your head, and it's like they don't get to do that because, well, they're doing it, but like they shouldn't do that because they don't know. That could be like a hot spot for you. You know what I mean? And it's not about romance. It's not about wanting to live there. This like it could be so much deeper than that. It can have to do with it. I'm telling. See, there's something with grid work. Um, so it's not like traveling for fun. And I always wanted to travel, but for me, it's and the way I've always looked at it is for me. I want to relax at the same time, but to me, it's educational traveling. You know what I mean? I don't want to just go to like one spot and be like, oh, like no, I want to experience things. I want to feel the earth, the energy. Like the way I travel is a little different. So hopefully the right person comes in my life and travel like that, like really appreciate, check things out, go to little places, hole in the walls where people don't really go. Like so not like really crowded areas unless you're like, you're in the city for the day and you're scooting through, the city to get to that city to get to the other side of, you know, that rice paddy to get to that rice paddy. Put me in a rice paddy all fucking day. I fucking match the beat of my own fucking drum and have a blast. But I can also place myself in a scenario. Like for instance, my birthday weekend last year where I was watching the sun go down and I kind of was just crying. It was a rough day, but like meaning like I could feel the energies that were there previous to me, like centuries before me. And I remember sitting there and especially with my guides and certain stuff, I was like, just enjoy it, take it in, you know. And I felt the sense of like loss or sorrow for them because when's the last time they sat and was able to take in scenery in a moment like that? Like, because if you're not having moments like that, they're not having moments like that, right? Gotta think outside the box sometimes. But it's historical lands, it's things like that that I can feel and sense. That's where like my empowerment, like that power, like that's when I feel empowered when I can sense it, feel it. I don't know. It's like a little slice of home, you know? Um, be careful with the slice of pie. That message is coming through again. Just careful who you go into business with. because it can start off small, but then, you know, as it grows, their slice gets bigger. So if you're creating, putting things out there, obviously you're going to have headhunters, market it, you're going to have things come towards you. So be careful, because I really think you guys can manage a lot of this on your own. Like, you can, I really think you can go it alone. So I hope if there's anybody in your life, they're really supportive of that. These tower moments are going to keep coming up and down. Like, there's a breakthrough, but there's not like a so there's breakthroughs, acknowledgement, but there's still going to be ups and downs even with the energy shifts. So just hang in there when it comes to that. I mean, you want to talk about a scenario. I mean, look what's going on in my family. I mean, with the whole, you know, job thing, and my mother being ill, and then me with work, them giving me a heart back, yada yada. My sister got fired. A company bought out her company. She's been there for like 40 something years. A company finally bought out her company, which has happened a lot through the years, but it was the competitors. And they came in and they fucking wiped house. They got rid of all the bosses that had been there for 40 something years. Like, they just cleaned house. They gave her a tiny severance, which was shitty. I mean, they could have just fired her and said, fuck it. But here's the thing. A lot like you guys, my family is being aligned, realigned, and it really is for the better. If I think about it, we're all going into our third pinnacle. Like, really think about where your family's at and where your friends and who you're hanging out with and what's happening. Okay? So it feels like a catastrophe, and I can't believe it's all happened at one time, but it's almost like being tested there, but it really is for the best. And I'm trying to look at it for her, like, you know, it's a lot going on for us right now, and it's scary, but you can't look at it like it's a bad thing. Like, she can meet the love of her life. She could do this. She could find a brand new job that she absolutely loves instead of hates. Like, she fucking hates her job, but she's been there for umpteen fucking years because she makes phenomenal fucking money, right? So regardless of where she goes, she's going to have a huge pay cut, but she can go within a company where she can grow, and that growth can happen a lot sooner than you think, okay? So it really is mindset, guys. So when I say it's clearly not just my family, when I say Mars is not done knocking down some fucking towers, they're going to knock down some fucking towers. They're going to put you where you need to be. They are going to test you with who you're going to walk that walk with. Okay? So you guys are going to push through it. You're going to be okay. In regards to starting, is it difficult to start a tarot business on YouTube? No. No, you open a channel and you just start. You bang it out. You got to push through a lot of energies because it's definitely intimidating, but no, it's simple. It's yours. So, you know, you can choose to show your face. You can choose to just show the cards. It's how the energy is pulled towards you, and then learning how to maintain. But everybody's different, and especially with this ascension, everyone's going to be maintaining in different ways. Just when the energy is strong and it's being pulled, you're welcome. Just be careful. Like, I wouldn't say spirit's pulling me towards quarterly, or depending on how you want to do your taxes or putting money aside. Like, just be careful there, especially if the energy takes off and then, you know, the money's coming in. Just know, you might not think you're going to pay out as much, right? So, that was a little wake-up call for me when I was doing YouTube and then the other job, and what I pulled in with YouTube and the other job, and being in the category of making 6 digits. I was like, holy shit, but not realizing the payout. Okay, so I learned that. Well, I didn't learn it the hard way. Like, it was there. I gave it, right? But I think it's would be obviously much easier to pay. Whatever plan you want to do or put aside, guys, than to wait a whole year. But I guess it just depends on how much you're banking. But you can bank quick on YouTube, so you do have to be wary if you bank quick. Like if I was to bank quick on YouTube and then take an accountability of this job and how much I make here yearly, there's no choice. I'd have to pick and choose. Like I'm not gonna add on an extra yada yada to that. Like it's just, that's my scenario. It wouldn't, I'd rather bank more doing what I like than, that's a whole nother scenario. I don't know if you guys are running into that. I don't think you're running into that yet. But Spirit did make that a point to bring that up to you guys. So, because you can bank very quickly on YouTube. I've learned that lesson in regards to my finances. And I wouldn't say the hard way, but no, it wasn't the hard way. It wasn't really like that. Is working with the energies was the hardest thing for me. And where it brings you. But that had a lot to do with my whole spiritual beginning, right? So, but that's starting a new spiritual beginning. So don't think you won't experience certain things. Anywho, I gotta go into work in a couple minutes, so let's see. But yeah, no, start it, do it, go after it, enjoy it, have fun. I just think a lot of things are gonna pick up quick, like overnight. So I think there's a little worry there. That worry there for me is for me. I don't even know why I stressed it like that to you, but not stressing it. I just feel like, you know how I've been talking about things for years and it takes a long time for certain things to align, but there's things aligning. So I worry about certain things because I know the directions I'm going in with multiple things, and it's exciting. I wouldn't say intimidating or overwhelming yet, but it's that sense that we've all sensed before. And sometimes it takes years to get there to sense that, 10 years, 5 years, yada, yada. But I know what I do next is a huge kind of like breakthrough, but need to start small. Don't think too big. So it's a message for you guys. Like, if you start small, start small. But you do have to think about the future and planning with certain stuff. But I think when people going on journeys like that, I feel like you've already been prepared for certain stuff over the last couple of years. So if you run into this or you bump into that, you're like, oh, okay, been here, done that. That's how you know you're kind of like at certain stages and where you're going to go and how you're going to get there, because it's all the other experiences that you've already come across and learned and have dealt with. But that message obviously was for somebody. My worry is my worry. My worry is keeping up with it, with the energy around me, and sorrows and creating and, that type of stuff is, it's hard to create and build. But it's there. I know I can do it. But once I start it, I just kind of want to follow through and not have to like take little breaks and, this is going down. And I just know to be more prepared, But in a sense, though, you can only be so prepared, right? Because you can sense this, but it doesn't mean it's actually going to go that way. But anywho. And I know the feeling of things being destined are strong right now. So don't get that twisted with past scenarios, if that makes sense. Like, don't take a really good moment when you know there's been some really shitty moments, right? And make something feel like destiny. Like, it's tough because I know there's certain stuff like that energy is there where it feels destined, but like how many times have we been in situations where we're like it felt destined and it wasn't, right? So it's a reminder for you guys there too. And I think that's more in regards to, well, it can be anything. So Spirit's got a lot to say, but I really got to go into work. I got 45 minutes, but I want to also check in on a couple people real quick before I head in there. I just got pulled to a bird. I don't know which bird. Big bird. Like a shoe bill. Shoe bill horn. Bill shoehorn. Bill shoehorn. Like a big bird like that. But not that big. Like flamingo big. But going from a flamingo to a shoe billhorn, whatever it is, prehistoric looking fucking bird. There's a big difference there. But a tall bird, long leg bird. So I don't know if you're gonna encounter something with, but it wouldn't be a common bird. Like I'm saying, like great blue heron, something with big legs. So I don't know what type of channeling that is for you guys. It could just be a spiritual meaning of a flamingo. Does somebody want to briefly look up the spiritual meaning of a flamingo for me? Because if I click out, it's going to pause you guys. It could have something to do with the color pink. It's pulling me to like a cartoon, not a cartoon, but like a, I don't know, shoe bill stork, yeah, something like that. But it means something to you. Okay. Does somebody want to briefly look it up for me? So I can try to place it. Because I am seeing pink. Like a pink, a bright bird, and the shoe bill horn, whatever it is darker. It's like it's gray. But it could be touching base on gray, the gray mat, like the gray strip. Not the gray matter like you guys, you think I'm thinking, like it's the gray matter in the brain. And didn't JoJo Circus come through earlier or something like that? It wasn't a bird, but flamingos symbolize the meaning that include beauty, balance, potential, romance, frequency. These messages emerge from the striking characteristics that they have: life balance, beauty, romance. Yeah, so there we go. It's probably a good message for you guys. All right, I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing day, and we will talk soon. Bye, guys.